Hey everybody, Jonathan Mayer here, and I'm back with another Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing. This is for the month of September 2025, and as referenced today is Monday, September 22nd. This also marks 5 years that I've been doing these crates. My first one was September 2020. I know a lot of you have been here with me from the beginning, and I really appreciate that. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I know there's new people every crate that are coming on, new people every time. I appreciate all of you. I know there's some ups and downs with these crates. We've been getting a few complaints lately, but let's crack into this one and see what we've got. This is always one of the more popular ones. This is our Mask and Paint crate, which is kind of a Halloween themed. We get this crate every other month, so we're not going to get one in October. So this is our, one before Halloween. Let's take a look at the card and see who we expect. And then let's crack into it. That's why you're here. That's what I want to do. I want to see what's in that box. But I'm not going to see it until you see it. Maybe I'll see it a couple seconds early. But in this crate, the Mask and Paint number 8, we have something from Jushin Thunder Liger, Sting, Danhausen, Vampiro. I always say Vampiro because how they used to say it on WCW back in the day. Dustin Rhodes, and then a special item from Pro Wrestling Tees and more. So let's crack this open and see what we've got. Usually I pre-cut the tape. I kind of forgot to do that this time. So I'm going to cut that here. Not always so smooth, but here we go. I got it cut open. And the first thing that we've got is our card. We're going to go over that at the end to go over the table of contents and then to see what we're going to get next time. But first off, we have our first shirt. It is not black. I can see the second shirt is black. But our first shirt is red here. And it is Jushin. Make sure we got the right size there. Jushin Thunder Liger. New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's a cool shirt. I like that. I don't wear a lot of red, but I do like that shirt. That's cool. I'm glad when we don't have black ones. This one, maybe I would have liked it on a black shirt. I don't know. But that's cool. Next up, we're going to go to our second shirt because it is here. It is black. It says, keep stepping, Dustin Rhodes. So I like Dustin. I think everybody loves Dustin Rhodes. I don't mind that shirt. Established 1988, Austin, Texas. Okay. Next up here, we have some sort of clear bag. Okay. It's it's hard. It's going to be hard to see on screen there. But it's Pro Wrestling Tees, and then it has Halloween Havoc, like the WCW Halloween Havoc. The pumpkin there actually has PWT inside of it. But it's just a clear plastic black bag that, I guess you could use for your trick-or-treating. Or if you're going into a stadium, you can't take, regular bags. So it would be helpful, to go into a football game or something and take that. I'm probably not going to see a lot of use for it. I know my wife's got a couple of those clear bags already. But that's that. I wonder if that's our special item from Pro Wrestling Tees because it doesn't say anything else, any other branding on it. Okay, next we've got our pin. Lapel pin, and I forgot to mention we do have a chance at a Chase version of the Micro Brawler and the pin. I've got a few of the Chase Micro Brawlers, only one Chase pin over the years, but here I've got a Chase pin. Now it's a masked wrestler. I don't know who that's actually supposed to be, or if it's supposed to be a specific wrestler or not, but that's a cool pin. I like it. A single backer. Next up, we did get one of these before. This is one where we might get some complaints about, especially because of the character that it is. We all love something from Sting, but we've gotten a lot of Sting shirts. We've got a Sting inflatable bat. We've got Sting things. Now we've got Sting makeup. They did this with Darby Allin one time before. I gave it to my wife. I know she still has it sitting out on her stuff. She was maybe going to use it or something, but I guess you could be the red or the black Sting. You got to go get your own white paint. But that's just kind of a novelty. What am I going to do with that? But if I really was going to paint my face, this probably isn't the best quality, but but I'm not going to paint my face, so that's fine. That's fine. Okay, I see the Micro Brawler next. It is not the chase kind of process of elimination with who we went over. You know, we know a couple people that we've got left. And we have Vampiro, Micro Brawler. Now, I like that. I actually have one of his figures from WCW that was pretty rare back in the day. I know he's still involved with the wrestling business today. You know, I think he's a commentator in Mexico. That's cool. We'll pop that open here in a second. Take a look at the back of it, see if it's got anything on it. Okay, couple things left here. We have our signed 8x10. I didn't go over that at the start. You probably watched enough of these so far that you know the type of items we're going to get. You know, we had our 2 shirts. We had our lapel pin, our autographed 8x10. You know, we know we're always going to get those things. And then there's, you know, some other items as well. Next up here, we have a mask. I mean, I guess it is masks and crate. Now, we haven't got a Danhausen item yet. And we've gotten a Danhausen mask before. I was thinking maybe this is an El Generico mask, but no, it's Danhausen because there are teeth on it. So I guess it's just another, it's kind of like a Penta looking mask, but it's Danhausen because it has the teeth on there. It does look like it's big enough where it can fit my head. I am not going to put it on. But yeah, what am I going to do with that, you know? Okay. Last but not least, we have our autographed 8x10. I say if you go through process of elimination, maybe you can figure this out. I think we've gotten somebody from everybody that we read off of. Maybe not, but let's see. Yeah, we've gotten something from everybody. And like where he necessarily falls in with masks and paint, I guess I don't know. You know, maybe with the Wyatt 6, but we have Eric Rowan, who, you know, was in the Wyatt family with Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. I'll put that in my book. You know, I don't have an autograph of him. I don't know. He doesn't totally fit in with the theming this month, but it is what it is. Let's circle back around here, see what we've got. I'll open up that Micro Brawler and then, you know, get you out of here. So we have our Eric Rowan. I think sometimes they call him like Big Red or something. Autograph 8x10. We have our Vampiro Micro Brawler. This is resealable packaging brought about by our friends from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. You can pull this right out. There's a collectible card on the back. You can cut that out, trade it with your friends, make a coaster, or reseal it. I do see there's something on the back here, so I'm glad we opened this up. So here's the front. And on the back, we got this. I don't know how clear that is, but it says like Dracthanda Vampiro, something like that. But that's cool. His face is like printed on with a nose that kind of comes out. I like it. Here is our pen. We got the Chase version. Notice it's a little glittery. I imagine maybe the non-Chase version is either not glittery or maybe it's just a completely different color scheme. We have a mask here, a Danhausen mask. Maybe it's El Generico inspired or Penta inspired, not expired, but we got that there. So you can dress up like Lucha Danhausen for Halloween. We have our bag, clear bag, Halloween Havoc. Fill it up with candy. We have our paint. I'm trying to be positive about this stuff. I was a little negative last time, but I mean, it is getting to the point where I guess maybe I'm losing my passion a little bit for it. But I mean, you get so many things. There always comes to a point to move on. So I don't know if I'm going to keep getting these crates for the long term or not. Maybe Pro Wrestling Tees can finally give me a sponsorship and just send me these crates. I'd be happy to open them for you. But we're getting a little monotonous with some of this stuff. But here is our black shirt here. Dustin Rhodes, Keep Steppin'. Nice and soft. And our Jushin Thunder Liger shirt. I think that's everything. Let's take a look at the card here. see what things are called, and see what we're going to expect next time. That next one's going to come. It's every other month, so that'll be November. Okay, so if you wanted to buy any of this stuff, a lot of people sell these things. That's how they kind of finance it. You sell a couple things, helps pay for the crate. You can find a lot of this stuff, on the different marketplaces. But that Jushin Thunder Liger shirt is called Japanese Legend. Then the Dustin Rhodes shirt is called American Legend. So that's pretty cool. The Vampiro Micro Brawler, there's 250 chase versions. Oh, that's actually a Nacho Libre pin. Nacho Libre enamel pin. There's 100 chase versions of that. And I got one of the chases. Our Eric Rowan autographed 8x10, which he shows him in a mask. He did wear a sheet mask with the Wyatt family. And he wears a mask, I guess. Danhausen luchador mask. The second time we've got a luchador mask from Danhausen, who doesn't wear one in actuality. I love Danhausen, but our Sting face paint, and then our Pro Wrestling Tees Trick or Treat clear drawstring bag, and then they give us a code for 20% off. Our next order from them. Let's take a look and see who we're going to expect next time, and then you guys can get out of here. I do like some of these names that we see on this next one. It doesn't have a theme, but our next crate is going to include Owen Hart, John Moxley, Mick Foley, Buff Bagwell, Hulkhausen, and more. Okay, now I'm thinking, initially I thought of like Hulk Hoganhausen. I think it's the Hulk, like the Incredible Hulk, which is a little more palatable. But I don't think they could do Hulk Hogan anyway. They don't have the licensing for that. But Hulkhausen. So if you haven't got enough Danhausen stuff yet, stay tuned. There's more to come. But thanks for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, I'd love if you subscribe. Throw a like on this video. Maybe comment and tell me why I should keep doing these or why I should hang it up. But I appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace.